Morning, everybody. David Shapiro here with a video. So this is one that I've been wanting to do for a little while, and someone on YouTube said, "Hey, what about marketing stuff?" So I was like, "All right, let's do it." So I had this idea for Marcus, the marketing guy, a while back, almost a year ago. And so a little bit of background is GPT-3 already knows more about marketing than any single person because it's read most of the internet. The problem is getting to that information. And so with prompt engineering, you can extract some of it. Obviously, fine tuning, especially if you've got a bespoke data set that will really focus on certain marketing activities, will do better. But just out of the box, we've got a lot of functionality. So just wanted to show you an example where it's like in this prompt, I've got, I'm an expert in, and I have a few things that it can do, product market fit, SEO, et cetera, et cetera. So by preemptively saying focus on these topics, should get a little bit better at it. So say, Marcus, I need help understanding how to do product market fit. What is that? Actually, here, let's see how to market my new product, the WYSIWYG web builder. And so then we'll do Marcus. Okay, so you just took it and ran with it. Really disappointed that it did the new line, because it's supposed to realize that we're doing one input after another. But anyways, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so he says there's a few things you'll want to consider. First, you make sure you have a solid understanding of your target market, who will be using your product, what does it address. You also want to create messaging that resonates. Okay, so let's say I want to do messaging. Okay, let's focus on messaging right now. How do I do that? You'll want to focus on creating a message that resonates with your target market. You'll want to avoid jargon or buzzwords instead of focus on creating a message that is clear and easy to understand. Okay, user. Can you brainstorm some messages with me or help me figure out what to say? Marcus. Unique features. Okay. So is it easier or more affordable or unique? User. My product is unique because it reads your mind. You don't even need to touch the keyboard. Marcus. Let's see what he says to that. That's definitely a unique selling point. Okay. But should I say something uh, like what? Give me some ideas for marketing copy. Let's see if we can just say like tell us. There we go. The only web tool builder you need. It's fast, easy. Okay. All right. So this prompt is good enough. So we'll start here. Um, what I did was in this prompt, I started by just saying, "Hey, let's give an example of how we want it to behave." So we'll add the new line because it seems to prefer that. Okay, so we'll save the prompt. Let me zoom in a little bit on this. Okay, and then actually I'll probably pause the video because there's a little bit of copy pasting I need to do. So okay, so all I did was a little bit of background. Let me show you. This was based on a previous chatbot, but you see like it's a super simple loop with a really simple prompt. I just copied the prompt. So you got the prompt and then you've got the main loop. So yeah, can you write some marketing copy for me? Didn't reply. That's usually a problem. Oh, I bet I know what happened. Um, if we look at GPT-3 logs, it probably, yeah, it stopped on Marcus. Okay. Because I need to remove Marcus from the stop and use just user as the stop, I think. Let's see if that works. And you notice that it's loading TensorFlow. I'll show you why in a second. Can you write some marketing copy for me? Of course, I'd be happy. Cool. Thanks for asking. Let's see. Write something to sell me ice during a snowstorm. Let's see how good you are. Let's see what he says. Beating the heat. There you go. Okay, so Marcus will do whatever you want. But then you can also like, can you tell me deep secrets about SEO? You can be more serious about it. So well rank in search engines. This means using keywords. Okay. Let's see. What are some? Let's see. Tell me more. I want SEO magic. Yeah. Okay. So this is not a fine-tuned bot, so it's not going to be perfect. That's fine. But what I wanted to do was make this a little more sophisticated by adding something in the background that will make it a bit smarter. So I did this save log. So what we're going to do is we're going to save everything out to chat. But what we're going to do is we're going to embed it with Brain, Google Universal Sentence Encoder. There we go. So we will do this. I'll borrow some code from my Nexus microservice, and we'll just come over here and we'll say, okay, so every time we get, so we'll have an embedder ready, and then when we use embed, it's up here. And so we'll just create an embedding for the what you put in as well as your response. And we'll do the embeddings afterwards because, so we'll do A and response because you're going to take a second to read. And so we'll print everything out and then we'll do the embeddings. And so actually we'll say vectors. Okay, so then we'll have one for each. And so what we'll do is we'll do save log, and the information that we want to save will be, we'll have who's talking. We'll have really actually all we need is the dialogue and the dialogue and the embedding. So we'll just do words, and we'll do A, and then we'll do vector, and we'll do vectors 0 because that'll be the first response. So that's this. So that's user input. I actually need to wrap that in curly cues so that it's a dictionary. And then we'll also save Marcus's response. And then we'll save that as vector 1. Okay, so let's restart this and I will show you what this does for us because I'm going somewhere with this. We want to give Marcus a long-term memory. Hey, a little bit early. Let's see. Oh, still loading. Hey, how are you today? Doing well, thanks for asking. How can I help? See, Marcus is very helpful. JSON is not defined. What? Oh. import JSON. My bad. Also, realize you need to do the embedding first. Get that ready, and then you start having user output. Here, we'll do a little bit of demarcation there. Okay, this will make it look a little prettier. Also, oh, I need to update that to user. Poor Marcus, very confused. So we'll do new line after that. That should be good. And then we'll also print new line just to make it the formatting a little prettier. Okay. So now it'll load TensorFlow, it'll load our embedder, and then Marcus will start yakking at us. What all can you help me with? There we go. Okay, and so you saw there was a brief delay. And so what there should be now is, there we have it. So now we've got a few logs here. So we've got the vector. Oh, it's saved as .text. Oops. That's not correct. And let's change this to dialogue so that it's up front. Dialogue, and then we also need to save this as save log. It's .json, not .text. Okay. So delete these and start over. I know what I'm doing, I promise. Rapid iteration. This is just agile. And also, I'm not going to worry about doing a whole lot of editing because I know y'all watch this on 1.5x or 2x anyways. So actually, maybe the slow pace of the real-time recording is good, so then you have some time to think. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Because editing takes a long time. I'm happy to do a little bit of cleanup, but bleh. Okay. Write some marketing copy. I want to build a resort on Hoth. But I need to pitch to investors. Okay, let's see what he says. And then we'll see those pop up in just a second. Ta-da! Okay, so open it. There we go, dialogue. Write some marketing copy. I want to build a resort on Hoth. Great. And then Marcus, Hoth is beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So here's what I want to do. As we build up a chat log, a rapport with Marcus, I want him to be able to remember stuff. And the absolute simplest way to have a chatbot with long-term memory, sorry, my ear just started ringing, is to just record all the logs and search them. Well, the best way to search them is to use embeddings, because if you want to use like old school search, you can do keyword search or fuzzy search, or do lemma search and all that kind of fun stuff. But that's like all kinds of old school stuff. We've got embeddings. We're modern. So we're going to use a 512 dimension embedding to find relevant conversations from the past. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to search. So I'm going to use some old functions. Route search, there we go. All right, so for data is load data, for I in data, score equals that. There we go. So I've got our vector. And then we order by that. We'll simplify this because I've already written this function. So basically what I'm going to do is we're going to do def similar logs. And so then we're going to have dialogue. Actually, we should do the vector just once. I guess we'll be using this. So, okay. So we'll get the, we'll take the vector. So we'll start here. So we'll call similar logs. So we'll say similar equals similar logs. And and we'll pass vectors 0. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be looking for is similar things to what you have said. So that way Marcus can remember whatever it was that you were talking about last time. And there's obviously lots and lots of ways to deal with this. Okay, so we'll do that. Simplify this. So data equals load data. I don't have that file. I have load logs. So we'll call load logs, which sends back everything. And we'll call this chat. So we're basically just going to load all of it. So for I in chat, score equals np.product I vector. And that's what these look like. So we're going to use dot product to compare the vector that we just passed with the vector for what we're searching for. So info equals I. So we're just going to copy that, and then we're going to add score. So we're basically copying what this is, which has the dialog and the vector. And then the score is that. So let's see. If score is greater than or equal to 1.0, we will want to continue, because one thing that happens is if you search the log that you just created, it will always match, and we don't want to duplicate things. So if it's an exact match, we will just continue. Otherwise, we'll do that. We'll continue. We're not going to do a try except loop. That is not necessary here, because this is not this should just work. Ordered equals results key lambda score reverse true, so sort top to bottom. And then let's see. So then the number of results will return. Let's return the top 10 results. And then we'll just return ordered. But if that doesn't work, then we'll just return ordered as is. So I do this because sometimes, like if you only have 2 logs and you try and hack it up, like 0 to 10, it'll fail. It'll say that's index out of range. So then you just, yeah. Okay, so that should be good. So then what we're going to do is we're going to have, so similar logs. Let's see. So we'll start similar as similar just equals blank list. And so then when we create our block of text, we're going to inject this at the beginning. So we're going to say block equals, and we'll just copy this, new line, similar plus new line. And so then we'll say block plus equals this. And I think we take that out. I think that's right. Okay, so now what we've done here is we're going to inject the 10 most relevant things, right, into the dialogue, into the chat. So that way Marcus will intrinsically have a memory of whatever it is that we're talking about. All right, I think that'll work. And what we'll need to do is we'll need to watch the GPT-3 logs here, because you'll see older stuff kind of pre-populated up here. That's where we're going to be looking for it. Okay. This didn't take as long as I thought it would. Da, 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 da. And if I ask Marcus about Thoth, hey, what were we talking about for Hoth? And I don't think he'll remember it the first time, because it's not going to preload. Yep. OS is not defined. Really? I'll be darned. Import OS. This is always the problem when you copy paste stuff. Okay. Let's try that again. You know what? I bet. No, that's fine. Okay. Hey, let's talk about Hoth again. All right, so it'll pick up Hoth. Hoth is a great tool for marketing. That's not what Hoth is. That's not what Hoth is. Do you remember what I asked last time? Really? Really? Join similar. Expected string instance, but dict found. Oh, whoops. So here I'm returning all the information, not just yeah, because this has the scores baked in as well, not just the not just yeah. Okay. All right, so similar is a list of dictionaries, so I need to treat it a little bit differently. So what we'll do is we'll do I dialogue for I in similar. That should work. Rapid prototyping. Let's see how long this video is. We're at 20 minutes. This is fine. We'll call this a day in just a second. Let's talk about my resort on planet. Actually, no, here. Let's see. I won't say resort. Let's just talk about planet Hoth again. Yep. Okay. What was I asking about last time? And so now, there we go. Remind me what you said. What you said exactly. And so let's check these logs. Yeah. So here you see. Oh, interesting. That doesn't look quite right. I'll need to look at why those are messed up. But so you see here where right, some marketing copy. Yep. Okay. So anyways, it's remembering what I said. It's pre-populating, but it's not adding user in. So that's interesting. I bet append. So user and then the response. Response should include that. But it's almost like it's not including it. Oh, I know where the problem is, because if we look at the logs, yeah, it's not saving it in the log. So I need user : in the logs saved there. So when I save it here, I need to do user A. There we go. Okay. All right. But we've got it. We've got it working. So Marcus remembers everything that we're talking about. And this can get very long. Like the length of your conversation. So what I often do is I'll add something. If length of conversation is like greater than, and also since Marcus has a memory now, we can shorten it up. So let's say like 20. If length of conversation is greater than 20, then let's see, b equals conversation dot pop. I think that's all you need to do. I think it's pop 0, so all that does is just remove the first index from it. But there you have it. This technique can be used very, very simply to give any chatbot a long-term memory, and it's brain dead simple. So yeah, I think we'll call it a day. There you have it. This is a marketing bot with a long-term memory, and of course you just change the prompt to whatever chatbot you want, and it's got a long-term memory. There's all sorts of other things you can do built in here. You can check out my Dolly chatbot, which I have a separate function built in where Dolly will generate, the Dolly bot will generate prompts for you. Anyways, that's another video. That's another time. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.